Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Carrolet Thomas, and welcome to my channel. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Please like the video, share it with someone else, and leave a comment if you so choose. Always check the description box under each video for scripture references, relevant music or applicable songs, for ways to donate and show support, and for more information. Today's message is 2026 will be a reaping year. This message is a prophetic word from God for the year of 2026. Yes, God said it. Every year, I usually get a sense or a word from God as to what the new year will hold. I release what God says when He tells me to. For 2025, God told me to prepare. And when He had me to release it publicly, I did. That word will be in this video's description box for you to view if you haven't already done so. For 2026, when God told me that it will be a reaping year, I sat with this word until I felt led to release it. I wasn't looking for confirmation to what God told me. However, God confirmed it through a well-known prophet. For the benefit of those that may not know, when God tells you something and you know it is God, you do not need any confirmations. You may ask God for confirmation and or God may give you confirmation, but you do not need confirmation. Needing confirmations and or additional confirmations has gotten many people in trouble with God, whether they know it or not. Because God has an agenda. And when He says something, He means it. And if you do not do what God says, that is disobedience, period. As a prophet and woman of God that obeys God, I encourage everybody to obey God without debate and without delay. So, I am telling you today, God says that 2026 will be a reaping year. Per Ecclesiastes chapter 3, there is a time and a season for everything. 2026 will be a reaping year. Per Google AI overview, reaping means to receive a reward or benefit as a consequence of one's own or other people's actions. Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 9 states, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall reap of the flesh, reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." 2026 will be a reaping year. This means that whatever you have sowed, whether good seeds and or bad seeds sown both publicly and privately, 2026 will be a reaping year. Let me remind us that God says in Psalm 105, verse 15, and 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 22, God says, "Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm." Per Google AI overview, "Touch not my anointed ones, do my prophets no harm," is a well-known biblical verse from Psalm 105, verse 15, also found in 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 22, commanding respect and protection for God's chosen leaders, kings, patriarchs, and messengers, prophets, emphasizing God's defense of those set apart for his purposes. It is my sincerest prayer that you have obeyed God and or will continue to obey God concerning this and everything else that God has told you to do, whether in his word, through his true prophets, and or any other way that he has communicated to you directly through whatever means. This will not be a long prophetic word, but it is a serious prophetic word. People know when they have done right, and they know when they have done wrong. People know when they have obeyed God and when they have not obeyed God. A prophet can tell you that, but a prophet does not have to tell you that. You know, and more importantly, God knows. God says that 2026 will be a reaping year. Those that have been obedient to God and have sown good seeds, get ready for a good harvest. Those that have disobeyed God, get ready for the consequences of your disobedience. So basically, look forward to receiving based upon what you have done. Remember, per 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. You can fool people, but you cannot fool God. And God says 2026 will be a reaping year. I hope and pray that this message has been a blessing to you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for listening and supporting my YouTube channel. God bless you and just be happy.